A customer's cruelty sparks a fight for dignity in a small-town diner. The lunch rush at Betty's Diner in the heart of Springfield, Ohio, was in full swing. The air buzzed with the clatter of plates, the hum of conversation, and the sizzle of burgers on the grill. Servers darted between tables, balancing trays and forcing smiles despite the chaos. At a corner booth, a woman with a sleek bob and a designer handbag sat, her eyes narrowing as she watched a young waitress weave through the crowd. That waitress, Lily Thompson, was barely 19, a single mom to her 2-year-old daughter, Ava. Today, Lily was struggling to keep up, and the woman known among the staff as Margaret for her entitled demeanor was about to make her day even harder. Lily had been at Betty's for 4 months, pouring every ounce of energy into her job to provide for Ava. Being a young mom wasn't easy, but she prided herself on her independence. She'd learned to brush off rude customers, to smile through exhaustion, to keep going no matter what. But today, the lunch rush was relentless. She'd spilled a glass of iced tea, forgotten a side of fries, and accidentally brushed ketchup onto a customer's sleeve. Small mistakes, but enough to catch Margaret's attention. Margaret leaned forward, her lips curling into a smirk, and waved for the manager. Lily approached Margaret's table, her stomach twisting. "Is everything okay, ma'am?" she asked, her voice steady despite the nerves. Margaret's eyes flicked over her, cold and judgmental. "No, it's not," she said, her tone sharp but controlled. "I'd like to speak to your manager. Your service is making me uncomfortable." Lily's heart sank. She nodded, mumbling, "I'll get him," and hurried to the kitchen, her mind racing. What had she done wrong? Was it the tea? The fries? Or was it something else, something about her? In the kitchen, Lily found the manager, Mike, juggling orders. "Mike, the lady at booth 6 wants to talk to you," she said, trying to keep her voice even. Mike sighed, wiping his hands on his apron. "All right, Lily, I'll handle it." As he headed to the front, Lily lingered near the kitchen door, her hands trembling. She could feel Margaret's gaze from across the room, like a spotlight pinning her in place. It wasn't just a complaint, she sensed something personal, something vicious. Mike reached Margaret's booth, and her voice carried over the din of the diner. "I don't understand how you let someone like her work here," Margaret said, loud enough for nearby tables to turn. "She's overwhelmed. She should be home with her kid, not ruining my lunch." Lily's face burned. The words hit like a slap, cutting deeper than any customer's gripe ever had. Margaret wasn't just criticizing her work, she was attacking her life, her choices, her worth as a mother. Mike, ever calm, nodded. "I'm sorry you're unhappy, ma'am. We're doing our best today. Can I offer you a discount?" But Margaret wasn't appeased. She crossed her arms, her voice rising. "It's not about the food. It's the principle. She can't focus because she's too busy being a mother. Honestly, why is she even here?" Lily's hands clenched at her sides. She wanted to disappear, to run out the back door and never come back. But she couldn't. Ava needed her to keep going. The confrontation escalated as Margaret's words grew sharper. "If she can't handle this job, she should find something more suitable for someone like her," she sneered. Lily's chest tightened, her breath shallow. It wasn't just about today's mistakes, it was about who she was. Young, a mom, someone Margaret deemed unworthy. Mike stepped in, his tone firm. "Ma'am, I understand your concerns, but Lily's a valued employee. We all have tough days. If you're unhappy, I can offer a refund, but I won't tolerate disrespect toward my staff." Margaret's face twisted in annoyance. "Fine," she snapped, standing. "I'll take the refund, but I'll make sure everyone knows about this place." She stormed out, leaving a heavy silence in her wake. Mike turned to Lily, who stood frozen by the kitchen. "You're doing great, Lily," he said softly. "Don't let her get to you." Lily nodded, but the words clung to her like damp clothes. She forced herself back to work, but Margaret's judgment lingered, gnawing at her confidence. As the rush died down, Lily sat in the break room, staring at a cold sandwich she'd brought from home. The weight of the day pressed down on her. She'd always been strong, but Margaret's attack had cracked something inside. Was she failing Ava? Was she fooling herself, thinking she could balance motherhood and work? The door creaked open, and Jenny, a fellow waitress, stepped in. "You okay?" Jenny asked, pulling up a chair. Lily shrugged, her voice small. "Just a rough day." Jenny's eyes softened. "I saw what happened with that woman. She's a bully, Lily. Don't let her make you feel small." Lily blinked, surprised. You saw? Jenny nodded. Everyone did. She's done this before, picks on people to feel powerful. But you're tougher than she thinks. The kindness in Jenny's words broke through Lily's defenses. What if she's right? Lily whispered. What if I shouldn't be here? Jenny leaned forward. Listen, you're doing what it takes to give Ava a good life. That's a strength. Don't let some miserable customer take that from you. For the first time that day, Lily felt a flicker of hope. She wasn't alone. Jenny's support, Mike's defense, these were lifelines, pulling her back from the edge. She took a deep breath, the knot in her chest loosening. Thanks, Jenny, she said, managing a small smile. I needed that. The next few days were a blur of busy shifts, but Margaret's words haunted Lily. Every time a customer stared too long or an order went wrong, she felt that same judgment creeping in. Was she cut out for this? Could she do it all? The doubts piled up, especially on mornings when Ava was fussy and Lily barely made it to work on time. She loved her daughter fiercely, but the constant juggling act was exhausting. Still, she pushed through, determined not to let Margaret win. Then, during a packed Saturday shift, Lily spotted her Margaret, back at the same corner booth, her eyes scanning the diner like a predator. Lily's stomach dropped. She wanted to hide, to pass the table to another server, but something inside her shifted. She'd had enough of feeling small. Straightening her apron, she walked to Margaret's table, her steps steady. What can I get started for you, ma'am? She asked, her voice calm but firm. Margaret looked up, her smile dripping with condescension. Oh, it's you again. Let's hope you can manage this time. I'll have the chicken salad, and don't mess it up. Lily nodded, but as she turned to leave, a surge of courage stopped her. She faced Margaret, her heart pounding. Ma'am, I don't know you, but I'm doing my best to support my daughter. This job matters to me, and I'm good at it. I'd appreciate it if you'd treat me with respect. Margaret's eyes widened, then narrowed. Excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to? She snapped. Before Lily could respond, Mike appeared, his presence steady. Is there a problem? He asked, his tone neutral but authoritative. Margaret's demeanor shifted, her voice sugary. Oh, no problem. Just a little misunderstanding. Mike's gaze flicked to Lily, then back to Margaret. I'll need you to treat my staff respectfully, ma'am. If you have concerns, we can address them after your meal. Margaret huffed, clearly humiliated. Fine, she muttered, sinking back into the booth. As Mike walked away, Lily felt a rush of relief and pride. She'd stood up for herself, and it felt good. The rest of the shift wasn't easy, more orders, more chaos, but Lily moved with a new confidence. She wasn't just surviving. She was proving she belonged. When her shift ended, Lily stepped outside, the cool evening air washing over her. Jenny caught up, grinning. You were amazing today. That lady didn't know what hit her. Lily laughed, the sound light and free. Thanks for having my back, Jenny. As she headed home to Ava, Lily felt a peace she hadn't known in weeks. She wasn't perfect, but she was enough. Margaret's cruelty had tested her, but it hadn't broken her. With Mike's support, Jenny's kindness, and her resilience, Lily knew she could face anything. Standing in her small apartment, watching Ava sleep, Lily made a silent promise. She'd keep fighting for her daughter, for herself, for the life they deserved. No one, not Margaret or anyone else, would make her feel unworthy again. She was a mother, a worker, a woman with dreams, and she'd prove it every single day. What do you think? Have you ever faced someone like Margaret, who tried to tear you down with unfair judgment? Or maybe you've witnessed an injustice that made your blood boil. Share your thoughts in the comments below, especially about how we handle cruelty and unfairness in everyday life. Take a stand, tell us your perspective, and let's get this conversation going.